How's everyone doing? Today I'll be doing a beer review for Not Your Father's Ginger Ale. Off the success of Not Your Father's Root Beer, they followed it up with an adult ginger ale. And if you've had Not Your Father's Ginger Ale, definitely let me know what you think of it as well. And Not Your Father's Ginger Ale is 5.9 ABV, and it is an ale brewed with ginger, 12 fluid ounces, and it's from Smalltown Brewery. And again, I love the boat logo as well as the retro art on the front. Very befitting for the brand. And I'll go ahead and read the synopsis on here. Smalltown Brewery makes specialty beers that utilize unique ingredients with an unmistakable taste of nostalgia. And I definitely agree with that for Not Your Father's Root Beer. And I'm looking forward to trying this one as well, the ginger ale, because I am a big fan of ginger ale. And Smalltown Brewery is from La Crosse, Wisconsin. Again, beer brewed with natural flavors and caramel color. And here is the bottle cap. Let's go ahead and open it up, and let's go ahead and pour it. Very light in color, pale amberish color, very fizzy. It pours and looks like a traditional ginger ale. Let's go ahead and smell it. Right in the front you get very aggressive ginger, some spices, very subtle sweetness to it. Smells like a ginger ale. Alright, let's go ahead and taste it. Cheers. Strong ginger dominates the palate. You get spices all throughout, light lemongrass, a little bit of licorice. The alcohol is masked perfectly. Much like Not Your Father's Root Beer, you can't even tell there's alcohol in here. Grassy, dry taste on the back end, some light floral and citrus notes. It's sweet, but not cloyingly so. It is less sweet than the Not Your Father's Root Beer. I think the strong spice presence denotes the sweetness factor here. Prickly on the tongue, a little bit of a bite to it, a great balance of the spices and sweetness. Goes down smooth, high drinkability factor here. I'd say it's on the lighter side of medium-bodied, decent carbonation, sticky mouthfeel, dry finish, and it has long-lasting flavor. The flavor lingers long after the finish. The taste is spot on. It reminds me of so many different ginger ales I've had growing up as a kid. I am just really impressed with this one as far as the traditional ginger ale flavor. Now there aren't any real beer characteristics here, at least on the flavor. No hop notes here. Some mild malt undertones. This is an absolute must try if you're a fan of ginger ale. A huge success with the traditional ginger ale flavor, and again the masking of the alcohol. You can't even tell there's alcohol in here. Goes down so smooth and easy. And I think the great balance of the spices and the sweetness here really lead to its drinkability factor. But if you're expecting a beer with a typical beer taste, you might be disappointed. But I say don't compare this to a beer. It's in a category all on its own. And I think it succeeds in what it's set out to do, and that's to create a great tasting adult ginger ale. Just appreciate it for what it is. Yum-tastic. An adult ginger ale done right. Now, I don't think this will be quite as popular as Not Your Father's Root Beer, because I think, in general, more people like root beer than they do ginger ale. So I don't think it will have quite the mass appeal. It's more of an acquired taste. But if you like ginger ale, you should love Not Your Father's Ginger Ale. I'm really loving what Smalltown Brewery is doing, again with the Not Your Father's Root Beer, and now following it up with this great Not Your Father's Ginger Ale. I think both of those are new alcoholic classics. And again, if you're not a big fan of beer, I think you'll really appreciate both of these, especially if you do like root beer and then now ginger ale. Now, if you're not a fan of ginger ale, this might not be for you. I'm personally a fan of ginger ale, so I am blown away by this. A great take on alcoholic ginger ale. Overall, I give Not Your Father's Ginger Ale a 9 out of 10 stars. And if you've had Not Your Father's Ginger Ale, definitely let me know what you think of it as well. Leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.